Okay, welcome back. We're going to be looking at the egg pallets and the wool pallets. The wool pallets just come out and just talk about how it's comparative to the egg pallets, kind of where they got their ideal and everything. Hang on a second, let me get this up. I'll have to do this or it'll drive me nuts, knowing that it needs to be picked up. We've got to keep those chickens happy. Alright, so anyway, this is the egg pallet mod. I'll show you it. Go over here to pallets, and here it is. And this is the egg pallet 2.0 version. Um, Pretty much all you gotta do is just pick up, and it will snatch it out of your hand. It will not load up automatically. And for the wool pallets, this here is now this way. It has a reusable and a single use. So I not only want to test to make sure that that's actually right, but you can also go in and you can get them with or without signs. You can change the capacity, but you can lease too. So if it's a single pallet use, it's not going to go away. It's going to go away if you lease it, uh, just as much as you do if you use it like this. But I'm just going to test it and see if it actually will work that way. And for the permanent though, it costs $5 a day and $2 per day to lease. So used to, if you load up your pallets of stuff, especially with the eggs, it would vanish. But this is supposed to be reusable. So we're going to make sure it's going to be reusable. I have bought one and I have also leased one. So I'm going to make sure there's no bugs here or anything. And of course, single pallet use, no matter which one you select, whether it's leasing or buying one, they should still disappear. But just for the heck of it, I got one of each. And one thing I want to point out about this one right here, if you, like I said, if you take it, it'll pull out of your hand and it's only going to hold so many. But if you stand here and you feed it, if you sit here for a second, you'll see another one drop almost instantaneous. The thing about it is they're only supposed to hold so many. But here's the thing. There actually has to be eggs in a box, or a certain number. So if you just got like 1 or 2 eggs in a box, I imagine the box is filling up, you'll get another one drop down almost immediately. So you have to actually let them set and start filling up. So if you wait here long enough, you'll actually see another one come in. At that point in time, you can pick up this box because it's full and put it on, and you're actually filling up your crate. I wouldn't grab single boxes or boxes that may or may not be full, because I mean it could glitch it out or something's not loaded properly. So anyway, let's go over to the other. Alright, so this is not totally full. Like I said, one's rented, leased, and the other one I bought. And for single use, if it's going to jerk it out of your hands anyway, and you're working with a larger amount of sheep than I am, this is actually the small sheep. So if you're running a ton of sheep, they're going to fill up faster as long as they're taken care of properly. I would just use a mod, but we got to kill a few minutes. So it says it cannot place no more. I need to turn that down. So at least that part's working too. But these are different. You don't set them off to the side and then pick up your bales and try to get it to load up into it. You actually put them down where the wool normally spawns, and you keep it from spawning by placing these. So I'm going to try to load these up on this old truck. I know sometimes the pallets are a little bit wider in the truck, but I really don't care. This is a beautiful old truck. Don't know what language it's in. Don't care. I love old stuff. So I actually did a review on this truck right here. and this farm a lot because this is my favorite solo play map. So we're going to load up both of these and test this out. You're seeing it for possibly the first time, or you've already seen it. I just don't know. But I don't know, and I want to see if lacing works, because if I get into sheep, I may have several farms that, you know, over 200 sheep. I think it's 250. I haven't done much animal farming yet. Everybody that already knows this is going to be laughing at me right now, and that's fine. Alright, sheep is 80, and the large sheep is 250. There's another sheep pen. This is actually a really nice one, but I don't like the zero cost, so I'm just going to use the in-game ones. So if you're running a bunch of the large sheep, I would think written probably would be better, because you're going to be filling them up a lot faster instead of speeding up time and stuff. But if you're going to run a small one, possibly just use the regular buyable ones. They're not that expensive, but just for the heck of it, I figured I'd try it out. And yeah, I got weeds everywhere. I just got through getting my soybeans in, and I was close enough. I figured I'd hold off on putting out another field right yet so I can do this mob review. Oop. Come on, JD. There we go. They're pretty easy to work with. I'm not having any trouble much with collisions or errors or anything like that. So, I mean, that's a good thing. And the fact you can set the capacities is great as well, because if you just want to give your sheep some grass and go do what you gotta do and let it take forever to fill up some, saves you trips into town at a much larger capacity. So at least you just like running back and forth, I guess. Some of these vehicles, I mean, sounds kind of funny, but I mean, some of these vehicles that they're coming out now, I love them hodders. If you throw a classic vehicle in front of me, I'm going to download it, I'm going to review it, and whether I like it or not, I might just buy one like this and stick it on the farm just so I can look at it. So let's get this over here. I'm trying to make a mess. Yeah, get up there. There we go. So let's take this over town, which isn't that far away. Go through my field of weeds here. Too bad it's not a market for weeds, huh? I'll make a killer amount right now. It won't take long to get that all gone. Kinda pretty. All those reds and purples and whites. My wife may make me leave it like that. I better not ever see it. Gotta get those crops in. Can't do it if I'm growing pretty stuff out here. Alright. Pretty close. Pretty sure this is the sell point, without even checking. Let's lock these puppies down. Crank the engine. Try not to throw this beautiful truck. I've hauled logs and everything. I cut down some timber with it, and it's really nice. I got a picture of it saved. It's really a beautiful old truck. I like the newer stuff, the bigger stuff, but this old stuff just gets me. Alright, I don't know if I want to unload these each individually or not. Let's see. This is reusable, so single use. And its competitors on the others on the outside. Like I said, it's leased, so it shouldn't really matter. The reusable, whether it's leased or not, should still be here, and they're clearly marked. And the single use should disappear. So I'm just going to do that. And there you go. It still works regardless. So I would say that if you got a big operation of sheep, then just do the math and say for yourself. Single pallet, it's really not that bad. $25 as opposed to $250. That means you can make 10 trips and before you ever make this price. But um, if you want to, it's going to be disappearing anyway, and you're going to fill it pretty fast. If you can fill up a pallet within, 25 hours, because it's zero operating cost per hour, zero cost per day. Initial cost is $1. Why get it for this? There's really no math in this. It's a buck for me. On this other one, the cost is a little bit more, but it actually shows up at $5 an hour. So, you can use this as a way of maybe leasing and saving some money, but you're not going to save much money if you're doing this. But if you know you're going to keep using it over and over, and you want to get something that's monstrously large, it's only $350. I think in the long run, if you're going to keep using it, I would use that. But if you're just going to do it, something quick, and you don't want to, if you want to save up money elsewhere and use it for something else, well, then to me, I would just lease this one and say goodbye to them. And of course, you can go all the way up to 8,000 in this. It costs you $1 an hour. So a base cost of $1 and $1 per operating hour. Initial leasing costs $2 as opposed to 50. So don't know. It's kind of up to y'all. I just thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, with or without signs, it's still going to work the same whether you buy them or lease them. Just do the math. You know your operation. Mine's small. So, for me, $1, literally with no operating costs per hour. I wonder how far we can push that. So, the standard is 2,000. If you can go up to 4,000, it's still zero. 8,000 is where it starts. So, I literally am going to lease 4 of these for my operation. Because I'm not running big. I'm not focusing on sheep. I love doing sheep. I love it more than any other. But, a buck to hold 4,000 liters, just sit there and all I got to do is put water and grass in it until they're full. Yep. So it seems like it's going to work all right. And that's kind of my opinion on it. Feel free to come to my video, share your comment, your opinion, and share it with others. The community of gamers needs your input, no matter if it's different than mine. I'm not always right, and I learn a lot from others. So apparently I still have these as well, so I guess I'll just throw them off the ground or sell them back. So I'll do that, and I'll just get rid of them. So anyway, yep. Like, share, convo, subscribe. It'll mean a lot to me. and it's free. Everybody have fun.